LeBron just turned the Sixers into an NBA wrecking ball, and Joel Embiid is standing at ground zero. The East better be ready, because this could be Embiid's last shot before the clock runs out.
'76ers Knicks opening night. Evan, what should we expect? Does this get your juices flowing in August?
Yes. Shay, I think they did an awesome job. Adam Silver said we got to wait for the LeBron decision to make the schedule. I love what the NBA has done. That opening night matchup, the fact that the Knicks are going to have ring night with LeBron James there is awesome. I think the best rivalry as it's developing here in the NBA is clearly San Antonio and Oklahoma City. But let's not make any bones about it. Everyone wants to have this conversation, and you guys have had it here on First Take. Who's the face of the league, right? Is it Wemby, 7'4", 7'5" Frenchman who was in the finals last year? Is it Jalen Brunson, the kind of person everyone wants their child to be like? Be like Jalen Brunson. He is salt of the earth and a dominant basketball player. Let's not get this twisted. In 2026, 2027, LeBron James is still the face of the NBA.
Oh, yes.
When we look at this schedule, you're going to go through it. I know all the tip-off games, all the Christmas Day games, our first game on ESPN ABC, it's all around LeBron James.
Well, and that's why Adam Silver wanted him to make a decision, because he clearly moves the needle.
But the LeBron spectacle was only the first explosion. The real shock came next. Joel Embiid is staring down a brutal last chance, and everything could collapse fast.
Mike took the job in May, right? Took over for longtime president of basketball operations, Daryl Morey. One of the initial conversations he had with Joel was Joel telling him, I want to play a lot of games next year, and I want to get back to the all-NBA version of Joel. And obviously, the motivation has only spiked since adding LeBron to the fore. Part of the conversation that Joel was having with LeBron and trying to recruit him there was telling him, I'm healthy. And you can see from the images, clearly he's shed weight. He's been in the gym a lot, and this is a huge season for him. Really, this is in my opinion, the biggest opportunity he's had since the Sixers added Jimmy Butler in 2019, where they were one bounce away from the conference finals.
Right.
Of that Kawhi Leonard shot we all remember. Now he gets Jaylen Brown and he gets LeBron James, and guess what? The sand in the hourglass is getting less and less for his career.
And then the NBA's loyalty debate detonated. One explosive argument turned the entire conversation upside down and exposed a double standard nobody wants to admit.
I don't know why they go at Bron so much. Maybe it's because he did lead the Lakers, considering the fact that he could have went back there. He could have went back to L.A., Uncle Ocho. But come on, man. I don't know why he gets the scrutiny that he gets. You know, it's okay, man. He ain't got to.
Well, because right now they got a podcast. And you beat him up right now, you're going to get clicks and likes. You're going to get mentioned. Okay. Now, he said, the fact of the matter, he said multiple teams. Multiple teams means more than one. Back then, guys, it's kind of like in the NFL. Guys couldn't move like they can now, Ocho. Guys couldn't move like they move in basketball. So I guess Shaq couldn't be considered a great player. KD can't be considered a great player. LeBron, Charles Barkley, Karl Malone, Moses Malone, Hakeem Olajuwon, Patrick Lee. Come on, what are we doing, man? What are we doing? I don't care if he went to 20 teams. How good was he on those teams? Every team he played for, they won a championship. Every team that he played for, he was an all-NBA selection. How many guys can say, you know what? I've been on 4 different teams, and I've been an all-NBA selection on all of them?
Probably no.
Every team that I've played for, I've gone to an NBA Finals. 3 of those 4 teams that I've been on, I've won an NBA Finals. I've won a Finals MVP. Yeah, it would be great. People always talk about players not being loyal, but hold on. And you said something very interesting. And I love B. Scott. And B. Scott know this because we used to work out in the same gym when I was in LA. And I see him, and we always we end up talking for an hour and mess up our workout because we talking basketball, we talking football. But the fact of the matter is, Milwaukee traded Kareem. Where was the loyalty? Where was the loyalty? The Lakers traded Shaq. Where was the loyalty? Orlando traded Shaq. Where was the loyalty? We expect loyalty from the players, but we don't demand loyalty from the organization. The organization says, we're doing what's in the best interest of the organization. A player does what's in the best interest. Oh, he's running from time. He's running. He's chasing rings. What are the teams chasing? Why did Miami trade for Giannis? You don't think they're chasing rings?
Yeah.
Why did 76ers trade for Jaylen Brown? You don't think they're chasing rings? What are we doing here? If you're in a sport, aren't you trying to win said championship of your sport? I would like to think so. Now maybe everybody's not under that same. Everybody ain't trying to win. Everybody just because you're gonna make X amount of dollars whether you win or lose. Okay, I get all that, but I just don't get this. So now the man can't be. It would be great if guys could stay like the old Celtics. You know, all those for the most part, those guys stayed there. And Elgin Baylor stayed there, and Jerry West stayed there, and Gail. But it's not like that anymore, guys. Y'all know that, B. Scott. You know, in today's game, football ain't the same. Guys move. Baseball ain't the same. Baseball always traded their guys. That means hell, they traded Babe Ruth, so ain't nothing. You know, Frank Robinson got traded. Hell, he was an MVP in the league and trading went and got another MVP. He and Shohei, the only two ever did that. But I just don't get this. I just don't get it. I don't get it. Ocho, chime in.
LeBron James just turned the Philadelphia 76ers into one of the most dangerous teams in the NBA. And the league knows it. That is why opening night suddenly feels enormous. The Sixers are heading to Madison Square Garden to face the Knicks on their championship ring night, with LeBron James, Joel Embiid, Jaylen Brown, and Tyrese Maxey walking into the building together. This isn't a normal opening game. This is a statement. LeBron is still the face of the NBA in the 2026-27 season. The schedule, the spotlight, the biggest games, everything still moves around him. But the LeBron spectacle is only the beginning. Because underneath all that attention is a much more serious story. Joel Embiid may be staring at his biggest championship opportunity and potentially his last great window. And once you look at Embiid's situation, the excitement quickly turns into pressure. Mike Dykes took over Philadelphia's basketball operations in May, replacing longtime executive Daryl Morey. One of his early conversations with Joel Embiid reportedly centered on one simple goal. Embiid wants to play. He wants to play a lot of games, stay healthy, and get back to the all-NBA version of himself. And now, there is even more motivation. Because Philadelphia didn't just add another veteran. They added LeBron James. Embiid has reportedly emphasized his health while recruiting LeBron, and the changes to his conditioning and physique have become impossible to ignore. This is important because the Sixers haven't had an opportunity like this since the 2019 team with Jimmy Butler, the group that came one Kawhi Leonard shot away from reaching the conference finals. Now Embiid has LeBron. He has Jaylen Brown. He has Tyrese Maxey. And the clock is getting louder. There are fewer seasons left in Embiid's career to turn enormous potential into a championship. And that's why this roster could be different. For once, Embiid doesn't have to carry the entire championship dream by himself. Look at the pieces. LeBron can control the offense and create for everyone. Maxey brings speed and explosive scoring. Jaylen Brown gives Philadelphia another elite two-way scorer. And Embiid remains the interior nightmare. That combination is terrifying because opponents can't simply take one player away anymore. Double Embiid? LeBron can punish you. Trap Maxey? Brown can attack. Overplay the wings? Embiid can destroy you inside. This isn't just four famous names. If they stay healthy, this could actually fit. And that's why the Knicks matchup is so fascinating. New York gets its championship celebration and then immediately has to face the new Sixers super team. The message from the NBA is obvious. The NBA should be showing players how to beat coronavirus. Philadelphia is must-watch television again. But the biggest argument surrounding LeBron isn't even about basketball anymore. It's about loyalty. Critics constantly ask why players keep changing teams. Why chase rings? Why not stay loyal? But here's the uncomfortable question. Why do we demand loyalty from players while allowing organizations to do whatever they believe is best for business? Teams trade stars. Teams chase championships. Miami makes moves because it wants to win. Philadelphia traded for Jaylen Brown because it wants to win. So why should players be criticized for wanting exactly the same thing? LeBron has played for 4 franchises. He has reached the finals with 3 of them. He has won championships with 3 different teams. And he has won finals MVPs along the way. You can criticize the decisions. You can debate the legacy. But you cannot pretend the results weren't there. The NBA changed. Player movement changed. The league is no longer the era when legends automatically stayed with one franchise their entire careers. And whether people like it or not, LeBron mastered that new reality. And now that entire debate is colliding with Philadelphia's championship gamble. LeBron's legacy is already secure. Jaylen Brown has proven himself. Maxey is becoming a superstar. But Joel Embiid is the one standing at ground zero. This could be his biggest opportunity since 2019. Maybe his best opportunity ever. Because Philadelphia has finally surrounded him with the kind of talent that can change everything. But talent isn't enough. Health isn't guaranteed. Time isn't guaranteed. And championships certainly aren't guaranteed. That's why opening night matters. That's why the Knicks matter. That's why LeBron matters. And that's why Embiid matters most of all. On October 20, Philadelphia walks into Madison Square Garden with a superstar lineup and enormous expectations. The Eastern Conference will be watching. And if Embiid stays healthy, the Sixers won't simply be competing. They could become the wrecking ball that tears the East wide open. Because this may not just be another Sixers season. It could be Joel Embiid's final chance to turn the dream into reality.
Yo, mic check 1 to 2, -1, -2. Game over for this video, folks. Smash that like button, drop a comment, and subscribe to stay in the huddle for more. This is NFL Madness, bringing the heat and signing out.